So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into our skins room.
Thank you.
And that's where we keep all the very precious materials that we work with.
Wonderful. Beautiful are these colors.
These colors are beautiful. We absolutely love ostrich because look at these resplendent colors.
And the orange.
In the oranges and tangerines.
Oh my
and
God.
if you have a look, the color is dyed right through.
Right through, yeah.
And the reason is because what we do is we give them a pill, and the pill changes the color of the animal, and then it reflects through in the skin.
Into the skin.
No, that's a bullshit story, guys. No, it's not actually like that.
And I was saying,
You were like, yeah, it sounded.
believing
No,
every
it's
word of
not. No, but I mean, what it does, truly, these exotic skins, and with the little pimples, this is where the feather
Yes.
grew out from here.
Yeah.
So what you can imagine over here, this is the actual ostrich, and it stands this so, and you got the legs down here,
Yeah.
and you got the wings, and then the feathers grow out from the back.
Yes.
And each and every one of these is basically a follicle where the feather grew
Has
out.
come through,
Yeah.
yeah.
And later on in the process, I'll show you, because when we work with the skins, those actually show up as little holes, which then have to be manually worked on one by one, and there is a few.
So
and there's
there's a lot of work.
Yeah. So we look at the ostrich leg, and then beneath that is where the legs would come through.
Yes.
So it's a whole, it's very reptilian-like, it
Beautiful,
shines
yeah.
up beautifully.
Yeah.
And this over here is literally where the knee and the leg, basically where there's flex. So it's got these scales
Yes.
over here,
Yes.
which have a beautiful pattern. When you cut it up into a wallet or something like it almost looks like crocodile.
Well, I was going to say, if you don't know, I mean, you know because you work with it, but from a layman's eyes,
Right.
I would almost think, oh, that's
Or maybe
crocodile,
a python or something like that. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But there is a catch, because they only come in sizes roughly like this. And so you now have to engineer products that'll allow you to utilize this material and show it up in the right way.
Sure.
Because there are certain elements that wouldn't make sense cut in the wrong way. So there's a bit of engineering that goes on through here. And look at these pinks, you know, and we'll see some products downstairs in that pink, and it looks absolutely
pink is
exquisite. Now let's have a look at the crocodile. So this is very interesting. This is the belly skin of the crocodile.
Yeah.
So the crocodile, basically, this is on the underside, and it's probably the most precious way that you can cut a skin.
Yeah.
Because just imagine, just in your regular movements as an animal, this is bound to get scratched.
Of course.
So just imagine how cautious the farms have to be and how carefully they have to doctor their skins just to make sure that the skins are preserved in that way.
Sure.
I'm going to show you something else later on, which is the hornback cut. This over here is the hornback cut, and these are very small skins, obviously, by comparison.
Okay. Yes.
But if you can imagine, what we were looking at earlier is literally these two sides joined that way.
Like that.
And then this would have been cut, separated from the skin, and that's what we were looking at.
Okay.
But sometimes people like to see the absolute
everything.
organic nature of this, because this bone structure you cannot replicate. Many people have tried to create this pattern, but what you cannot do is you cannot insert a little bone into the skins and create this. This is solid.
Yeah.
And this tells you absolutely with no doubt, and it's a crocodile skin.
Yeah.
Louis, good morning. So what Louis does is, he's our cutting master.
Okay.
And what Louis does is he's got to think through, when he's looking at a skin, an exotic leather skin, what can be produced from that particular skin. Because unlike that piece of skin that he's just taken off the table, which you could cut pretty much anything on it in almost any direction.
Yeah.
With exotics, there is a pattern, there is a direction, and there is a limited availability.
And the size, yeah.
Yeah, the
because
size.
It's not so big. Yeah.
So you can look at two skins that just about look the same,
Yeah.
and yet when you try and create a product that you thought could be made from that, you'll discover that you're out by a centimeter, and so you're not getting it. What Louis would have done is he would have studied the skin and already identified which areas to leave out when cutting,
Yes.
and which areas to include, and also think through not only whether to include, but which parts of the bag, because they're not all the same, as you can see. So this would have happened after they already cut the skins, but what the lady is doing is she's positioning a Perspex die, which cuts exactly where she wants it to cut, because as you can see, you've got to be very precise with it. These presses apply tons of pressure onto that Perspex and onto the cutting knife, which then cuts out the skin exactly the way you want it cut. And what it does is it ensures that there is a symmetry to our products, because as romantic as it is to cut by hand,
yes,
you don't get
that exact,
the precision.
Yeah.
But this gives us the precision.
Oh, so that's amazing. So then that does your little shapes and everything
Exactly.
that you need.
Mr. B is going to show us the part of the process where we split the skins. And there's a reason for that. This is the skin on the reverse.
On the back side.
And it has a lot of fibers and it has a lot of unevenness.
Yeah.
Which is going to show up in the product. And it's also going to make the product very thick. So what we do is we adjust very carefully calibrated machines to come to something like this. Feel the difference between that.
Oh my God, it's like
and
suede.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
That's fabulous.
And it's got a totally different feel.
So then that will all come down to that.
That's right. That's
and then
right.
you'll have that side.
So you'll still have this.
Yeah, outside.
But then on the other side, you're going to have this evenness that's created. And much, much thinner and very soft. He's going to show us what that looks like.
Oh, so you just keep rolling it.
Yeah. Until he gets it to the right size that he needs to have. You see.
Oh, so that's the rough, yeah. So it's starting. Wow, hey? Pretty.
So what you've got here is after you've split the skins, the skin is very thin, and we put it onto this backlight, and you can see the holes. And what she does is she patches each and every one of those with a little piece of leather, like 5mm by 5mm, which also comes from the skin, because remember, we hate to waste. We always try to repurpose everything.
So when you see that finished bag,
so you must know how much work went into that.
That's gone through it, yeah.
What we're doing here is at the moment we're just matching the different parts to make sure that everything is absolutely the same. You see, often what you find with these skins, because it's an organic tanning, what happens is that it's not corrected in any way, and there are different fat contents and different elements of the skins which result in sometimes different shades in the same skin. Like if you take the left and the right, you bring them together, they're not the same. So that's what they're doing, making sure that everything is matching so that it can go into the product and look the way it should. So, Lita, we've come here to look at your wonderful bags and some of the work that you do. So this is the finishing department, and literally before we put the handles on, which is one of the last steps of the process, Lita goes through the product from start to finish and makes sure that everything is just right.
And immediately just shine, because it just gloss.
Oh,
see the difference?
Yes.
Coming.
So it brings it to life.
And this is the ostrich leg.
This is the leg,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
How long have you worked with Mr. HP? 30.
30 years.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So.
Well done. So you can know from the beginning to the end exactly what to do, hey?
Yes.
This, of course, is my most favorite space.
Right. So tell us all about
all
that.
these sweeties that are sitting right here, which are just amazing. I mean, the colors and just beautiful. And of course, like you spoke about, there's that gorgeous pink.
Here
this
you've
is
got
new, because I haven't seen this color before.
Yeah, okay, no, maybe you haven't seen the color.
Maybe, yeah.
So ostrich
I've seen
leg,
the bag, but not the color.
You've got these panels, and each one of those is a leg, because you'll remember that pattern doesn't repeat itself throughout.
Yeah.
So you've literally got a number of legs on this particular bag, and which makes it quite a precious thing, you know?
Beautiful.
And you've normally got the signature W that comes up in a lot of our products. If you look for it, you'll see that signature, that kind of hidden W. You see it there, and then you see it over there again.
Oh, there again. Oh, that's clever. I never ever knew about that.
So when they purchase them, they come packed this way. So inside one of our Winklmayr carry bags, we take it out.
And I know we've had the lovely story of the organization, the woman, the Goggles.
Absolutely.
Who actually make these bags.
Correct.
For you.
We partnered with Go,
yeah.
which is a non-profit based in Alexandra, and they stitch these bags for us after we've had them printed.
It's beautiful.
And so you've got the product coming through.
So it's just such a lovely
process. The idea over there is that it benefits the community directly, because they stitch the bags for us, we pay them directly, and that goes through to the grandchildren and uplifts the community. And it's backed by a lifetime warranty, so I mean, we look after our own, you know?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Such a pleasure.